Hello students, we are back. So today we are doing practical number 11, that is determination of thermal conductivity of a metallic rod. Okay, so we know that conduction takes place according to the Fourier's law, that is heat, which is Q is equals to minus K into dt by dx. Okay, so we'll just go to page number 53, practical significance of the experiment. Conduction is dominant phenomena of heat transfer in various applications. So value of thermal conductivity is obviously different for different materials and helps to identify or classify conductors from non-conductors, which are also called as insulators. So after doing this experiment, we can determine experimentally the thermal conductivity of any solid metallic rod. Okay. So we know that Q is equals to minus dt by dx. Okay. So here what we have is, if we can see this, here we have an ammeter, okay, where we will see the current, okay. Here will be the corresponding voltage, and here basically this is a dimmer where we can actually change the different settings so that we get the corresponding current and ammeter. So this current into current into the voltage will give me the basically the power, and that will heat the rod which is inside here. So if we see this on the observation, we already know that the cooling water flow rate, we are not stopping, we are keeping it air cooled. Okay. Then the radius of the metallic rod is 12.5 into 10 to minus 2 meters. Okay, so that we can note down. And the distance between the thermocouples. So there are total 12 thermocouples over here, but we will be taking any 5 readings here. Okay, so that is 33 mm. That is 33 into 10 to minus 3 meters. Okay, so here we want to find out the thermal conductivity. So in the observation table, we will take 4 to 6 observations. Now, if you right now you can see the current is 0 and voltage also 0. Now, what we have to do is basically I will change this setting. So you can see here the current is now 0.121 and the corresponding voltage is 26. Okay, and then we'll wait, and at this particular current and voltage setting, I will take the temperature of the thermocouple. Okay, so now we'll wait for another few minutes, and then if we see, this temperature will change. So right now it is 27.1, which is almost like the ambient temperature, since there is no heating going on. Okay, and slowly if we see, this temperature will start to increase. Okay, and since the heating starts from this particular part, so the temperature in the initial thermocouple will be more, and as we move away from the heating element, the thermocouple temperature will be less, and that is how I have to take 6 readings. Okay, so now see, by changing this knob here, I can get the readings of various thermocouples. So this 27, 27.0. So I'll get different thermocouple reading. So I'll wait for some time and see this. Now the temperature is rising, right? So if I go to the first thermocouple, it's still 27.1. Let it heat. Okay. So once it hits, now see it is increasing. 27.1 से 27.2 हो गया. Okay. Now if you wait for some time, it will further increase. Okay. Now if you closely observe this, if I change this voltage, okay. Now if I increase this voltage to a greater extent, so that heating is faster. So see this, I am increasing this, and let's say this is almost like 1 ampere if I want to make it 1 ampere. Okay, so see this, now it's 1 ampere and the corresponding voltage is 216. Okay, so now when I multiply these two, the power which is going into the rod or the heating is faster, so the temperature is also rising quickly. Now if you can see, this is 27.5 now. Okay, if you observe, see, it's continuously increasing, the first thermocouple. So basically what we are doing is, we will keep different voltage for current. So observation table is already shared with you. So what we will do is, we will take current as for first time as 0.3, then 0.5, 0.8 and then 1.1, and the corresponding voltages we will check. Okay, and when we multiply, and then what we have to do is, we will take the temperature. Now if you can closely see this, okay, the first thermocouple is the temperature is almost 30. Okay, if I take second, it will be less. Okay, here see, at the third thermocouple is 28.8. Okay, at fourth it is 28.6. Fifth it is still less. 6, 7. Okay, so if you see, as I am going away from the thermocouples, the temperature is reducing because the conduction will take some finite time to from this point to this point it will reach. Okay, so the observation table, okay, will take the readings, and the observation table will be shared with you for 4 different current and the corresponding voltages, and then I will take the temperatures of each thermocouple, okay, in sequence, and then we will calculate Q is equals to V into I for any one reading, and the corresponding K that we are getting is around 338.9, which is a very good thermal conductivity, indicating that the rod which is inside here is a good conductor of heat. Okay, and then in the result we can say that we got this value K around 300. Okay, interpretation, it's a copper is a good thermal conductive, having a higher thermal conductivity value, therefore it's a good conductor of heat. And the conclusion is that experimentally we can calculate any thermal conductivity of any rod using this particular device, right? And then there are 6 practical related questions which we have already discussed in the theory class. You can attempt any 4. Okay, so I hope once again before we close this, let's see this. Now the temperature is rising 45.5. If I take a reading of some thermocouple, okay, it is still at 27.2. The last thermocouple is still at 27.2, indicating that the heat is taking place by conduction, and it will take some time from for the temperature to reach that particular temperature at this end of the rod also, because the heating is starting from this end of the rod. Okay, so see this, the last thermocouple is still at this temperature. If I further go, 6 is showing still 35.9, but if I go to the first thermocouple from where the heating started, it is at 51.5. Okay, so this is showing how the thermal conduction is taking place from one end of the rod to the other end of the rod, and by keeping this voltage and current and taking different readings at different thermocouple, by changing this knob we will get our observation and reading, and therefore we can easily compute the thermal conductivity of the rod here. Okay, so that is it from here. Thank you so much.